Alright everyone, I should be live now. Let's see. Alright, we are live. We are live everyone. How's it going? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Next Level Funded live stream. How's it going, boys? How's it going, boys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another stream here at Next Level Funded. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. Let's wait till a few more people are here and we'll start the analysis. We'll start whatever you guys want me to analyze, the pairs, everything in between. Hello, Bard. Hello, man. Yes, sir. What's up, Omar? Hi. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey Bard, gold 4-hour candle, no bottom wick. Yep, I saw that. Beautiful sell opportunity. What's up? Yo, 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 yo. Everybody is pulling up. Hello, hello, boys. Nice to see you all here. All right, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yo, hey. All right, boys. So, how's the market performing for you? The market is performing really well. The market has been really good recently. I feel like the price action has really been intuitive and really balanced. So, beautiful market so far. Finally, I think the Trump market might be over. I think the Trump messing up the market might have come to an end, which is amazing to see because there was a time and period where Trump was penetrating the market. It's beautiful to see. So as you guys see, the 4-hour on gold has opened up with no bottom wick right here. So could be a good sell opportunity for anyone looking to sell gold. It's going to be a great opportunity. So something like this. Looks really good on gold. That's my point of interest too. Hey, let's go, bro. If gold pushes and closes beyond 33.14.4, would you not buy from the 33.14.4? Would you not buy from there as it's breaking resistance on the higher time frame? No, I would not do that. The reason for that is that we will see you have a no wick on this current 4-hour candle, and as you guys know, most of candles that open up with no wick usually flip to create that bottom wick as well. So, no. Gang, what's up, Bard? What's up? What's up? Also, Krusty. Hi, Bard. How are you? I'm all good, man. All good, all good. Let's go, let's go, let's go, boys. Hopefully you guys have your next level funded accounts ready, because This trading week has been absolutely nice. It's been beautiful price action. So I hope you guys have your accounts. If you guys don't have your accounts, the 20 for 20 is still live. 20K account for $20. Amazing. That's a great analysis, bro. How long have you been trading? I've been trading for 5 years. Not gotten mine. It's about time, brother. It's about time. It's $20 for a 20K account. You can get that now. Also, if you use code BD35, that's capital BD35 for 35% off. Yeah, I have. I'm 2.5% up. Good shit. Good shit. Is this your prop firm? I am the co-owner of this prop firm. Yes. So, boys. Beautiful position on gold loading up right here on gold. Hopefully we get this. Very laggy stream. Is the stream laggy? Let me know in chat if the stream is lagging. It should not be lagging. No, it's not laggy. Maybe it's you, Xandar. I think it's your internet because, yeah, no, it's not lagging. It shouldn't be lagging. In the long run, as long as you pay out, you will be among the top firms. Listen, our job is to create the new generation of prop firms and to run the prop firm the correct way, right? To be integrated with the community as much as possible, to be integrated with trading as much as possible. I trade myself every single day, right? So this next level funded is ran by people who trade themselves. That means that we know exactly what traders want and what traders require to be profitable. Right? We know exactly what traders require, what traders need to be profitable. And that's the truth, right? You cannot expect some bald guy running a prop firm that hasn't traded in 20 years himself and is not in tune with, he doesn't know shit about the current market. He doesn't know shit about the current way of trading, right? There's a new way of trading. Back in the day, it used to be older people, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds sitting in tall buildings in their office trading. Nowadays, it's the fucking 18, 19, 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds sitting in their room with a computer, learning a skill, getting payouts. That's the new generation. That's who we're representing, right? I'm not some balding guy trading in a corporate building. No, I was that young hustler that sat in his mom's basement and learned the skill of trading and made his way out just from learning the skills. Got a payout and kept going. And that's what we like to see. That's what we want in Next Level Funded. That's what we represent. So, yeah, we do not want, like, those days are over, man. Leave those bald-headed guys alone, man. Next Level Funded is the future of trading. So, yeah, as long as we make payouts, which obviously we are, we already had a bunch of payouts. Even people from my community have had payouts with Next Level Funded. You guys will see. If you don't know right now, you'll know very soon. I mean, bald-headed. Hey, I'm not bald-headed yet. All right, it might come one day. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm gonna have this hair, this luscious hair forever. One day, I will be bald as well. Yet, bro, instant funding account rules have very small margin for being wrong. Yep. But that's how it works, right? You get instantly funded. You skip the phases, so you get funded immediately. But it'll also have harder rules, and that's to balance it out. It wouldn't be fair if you had a instant funding with the same rules that you have for people that want to pass phases. So no, instant funding has tougher rules for a very specific reason. Let's see. Gold is having a hard time breaking these highs right here. But you do have this void here in the middle where price wants to tap. It's a kind of an imbalance. So, and the 4 hour has no bottom wick as well. So gold is looking really nice for sells. Let's look at AUD USD. Yesterday's analysis played out perfectly. Boom, came down, tapped that area. Look at that, tapped that area on the dot and then pushed like crazy afterwards. So crazy analysis on AUD USD from yesterday. USD JPY. Just tapped into a heavy support right there. Tapped into a heavy support right there, which is support in the past as well. Look, if you draw that out, you see that in the past you have rejected here multiple times. So tapped into a very strong support, rejected perfectly. You saw that rejection, meaning that you probably are looking to come up on USD JPY currently, since you made this low, you respected the low, and you're shifting trend to the upside. So USD JPY is looking real nice for buys. Once you see a closure above 143.65, 143.7, you should look for buys on USD JPY. Up 2% on the 20K. Great conditions on the spreads. I'm telling y'all. Don't sleep on the 20 for 20. Do not sleep on the 20 for 20. Also, another great feature that I actually haven't seen any other prop firm in my life do. Right now on our website, we have a top-up feature. We have a top-up feature, which is a feature that makes it so you can top up your account. So let's say, for example, you have a 100K account and you're down 4%. You can now pay to decrease that percentage to only 2% down, right? That's the top-up feature. So if you feel like your trading hasn't gone well, if you feel like you're in a losing streak or the market hasn't been treating you nicely, you can always just top up your account. If you're 1% drawdown, you can pay and we'll remove that 1% and you'll be up, right? So you can now decrease how many percentages you're down on your account, which I've never seen any prop firm do. I think we're probably one of the first prop firms to ever do that. So that's an insane rule. So make sure to go to the website, check out that top-up feature, because it's really a game changer. Really a game changer. I don't know if you guys ever heard that feature. It's just next level funded, baby. It's just next level funded. Revolutionary. Top up is an amazing idea. I'm telling y'all, do not sleep on top up. By the way, guys, so I forgot to mention that this stream today is going to be very focused on psychology. So the psychology of trading. Obviously, I'm going to do my analysis. I've already done a few analysis on UJ, on gold, etc. But look at that perfect tap on gold. Look at that perfect tap into that area. And now looking to reject immediately. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, guys. Do not sleep. Anyways, today's stream is going to be more psychology based. So I want you guys to ask your questions about psychology as much as you can. If there's anything that's bothering you, if there's anything you don't know how to get over, if there's any mental obstacles you feel like are slowing down your trading, let me know and we'll go over them. But today is a very psychology based live stream. Because I thought psychology is if you guys didn't know, psychology is probably 90% of trading. 90% of trading is psychological. 10% of trading is technicals. Technicals, my 5-year-old nephew can learn the technicals in a week. All right, technicals are the easiest shit ever. The hard part is psychology. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be a psychology-based stream for y'all. All right, so we got one question here. How do you cope with having 3 losses in a row? So, how do you cope with having 3 losses in a row? Now, if you feel like you're in a losing streak, you guys gotta understand, if you have a strategy, it doesn't matter what kind of win rate you have in your strategy. You can have a strategy with a 80% win rate, 70% win rate, 60% win rate. A losing streak will come one day. Eventually, a losing streak will come, right? But what's important is to not let that losing streak influence your trading. Each trade, you have to understand that one thing in trading is each trade is independent of the previous trade. So the fact that you've taken 3 losses has no bearing on the 4th trade and should not have that. But it could have a bearing on it psychologically because you still feel the emotions that you've accumulated throughout those 3 losses. So what do you do when you're in a 3 loss streak? Well, what I would say is, what I would do personally is take a break. First and foremost, take a break, because when you're on a 3 losing streak, your emotions are high. The water is boiling. You can't see yourself. You can't think clearly. You're thinking from a place of need. You're thinking from a place of, I want it back. I need to make it back. You're not thinking from a place of logic. You're not thinking from a place of strategy. So always, once you're in a losing streak, take a break, bro. Calm down. Let the emotions calm down. Do something else. Go touch grass. Go hug a tree. I don't care what you do. Connect with nature. Connect with God. It doesn't matter. But do something to get your mind off the charts. After you've done that, what you need to do is, hopefully you have journaled your 3 trades. If you have journaled your trades, if you haven't journaled, you need to start journaling. That's going to be that's the catalyst, and it's probably the main thing that most traders lack in the repertoire is journaling. Anyways, if you're journaling your last 3 days, go to your journal and see, all right, what do these 3 trades have in common? What could be the reason that I lost these 3 trades? Is it maybe revenge trading? Did I revenge trade after the first loss? Did I try to make it back too quickly? Did I maybe deviate from my strategy? There's a bunch of other things. So then you write down what you did wrong, right? And then after you've done that, you assess your journal. And once you do that, you can go back to the charts. But now you have new knowledge. You have knowledge of why you took that losing streak in the first place. You have knowledge of why you lost in the first place. All right? So that's what I would say. Take a break, bro. And then after you've taken a break, analyze your losses, analyze what you did wrong, and come back with a fresh mind and more knowledge to how you can become better. So that's how you get back your psychology after you've been on a losing streak. When you're in a winning streak, a big one, how do you remove the pressure of not ending the streak? So you have to redefine winning and losing streaks in your mind, kind of. Because people have this misconception that winning streak and losing streaks are bad or good. You have to understand one thing, that there's trading, there's the charts, and it's your strategy. The market and your strategy. You take your strategy, you place it in the markets, you trade it, right? And now you will have wins, loss, win, loss, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose throughout the month, throughout the year, right? But if you look in the long run, if you look in the big picture, there will be an upwards trajectory or a downwards trajectory. But both those trajectories are a mixture of losses and wins. So a winning streak and losing streak does not mean anything. People think losing streak and winning streaks mean, they don't mean anything. Like I'm telling you right now, it doesn't, that's just something that you have attached. That's something that your brain has thought. Oh, I'm on a winning streak. This must be good. Oh shit, I got to keep the winning streak going. No. Why? What does a winning streak have to do with your trading, with your strategy? Let me ask you this. Does the winning streak change your strategy? You have your strategy, right? Does you being in a winning streak change your strategy? Quick answer, no. The answer is no. So your strategy is the same whether you're in a winning streak or a losing streak. That means that it has no bearing on how you trade. So again, what you have to do is you have to shift your view of a winning streak. The winning streak does not mean anything good. It does not mean anything. So don't think about the winning streak. The best way to manage a winning streak is not think that you're in a winning streak. Don't count it up. Don't place it somewhere. Don't be like, oh, I've been on a winning streak. Don't do anything like that. Just trade normally as you do. Right? The gist of trading, the secret to trading is just being consistent with a system over a long period of time, with the same system every single day. Sometimes you're in a winning streak, sometimes you're in a losing streak, but you cannot lose track of the system. You have to keep trading your way. So that's what I would say. Just change your perspective of winning streaks. The winning streak doesn't mean anything. It's just something that you're attached to, something that in your brain. So yeah, winning streaks do not matter at all. How do you define your strategy? So first, let me go over one thing, one very important thing. My strategy, I developed. How did I develop it? And this is very important for you guys that want to understand how to develop a strategy. So the thing you do is you choose a strategy, right? You choose SMC, ICT, price action, support and resistance, supply and demand. You choose one of those. And then you start trading those. And then what you do is you journal. So you take a journal and you write down, when did I enter? Why did I enter? At what time did I enter? Which pair did I enter? And everything in between. So you journal everything. Once you've done that for, let's say, 6 months, now you will have 6 months worth of data in an Excel sheet. They'll tell you exactly which pairs are the best, which entry models are the best, which strategy is the best, which time frame is the best, right? So now you'll have 6 years of data, 6 months of data that you can analyze, and then you can take the most consistent winning strategies from that data, because you can see on that data, all right, if I did this, I won. If I did this, I lost. So just take every single thing you did that resulted in you winning the trade, just narrow it down to those things and funnel it into a strategy. And now you have a more concise and precise strategy, because you took a bunch of data and you funneled the best outcome from that data into a more narrow and precise and concise strategy. So that's what I would say, bro. That's what I would say. And if you ask how I define my strategy, if you guys want to learn my strategy, go to my YouTube channel, and there you can find my bootcamp. It's free. Hello, Bard. Okay. I know you journal well, so how do you journal your trade, and what app do you use in journaling, or do you use pen and paper? Pen and paper is crazy. No, bro, it's 2025 currently. Pen and paper, we used that back in the 90s. Today we have Excel. So if you didn't know about Excel, it's amazing for journaling. So you could just either use a platform like Tradezilla, or you could just journal on Excel. That's what I do. But how do you differentiate between changing strategies and adapting with the market conditions? We cannot trade the way we used to trade back in 2020, isn't it? No. So changing strategies is changing the core of how you trade. So let's say you are a supply and demand trader. You will always use supply and demand, but you will change maybe different things about that supply and demand. Maybe you place your supply and demand differently. Maybe you will use it to enter off of a supply or demand differently, right? So a strategy is kind of built like this. You have your base, which is whatever you choose. So supply and demand, no-wick, which I choose, for example, ICT. That's your base. And then you branch up, and you have different entry models, different ways of looking at different time frames, different confluences that you use, right? So what can change in your strategy, the way you adapt is you adapt that floor above. You adapt those smaller things, which is like when you enter, or which is like what time frame you trade, or which time of the day you trade, or where you place your supply and demand, or support and resistance. So that's the difference between adapting and changing strategy. If you change strategy, you would change that base. You would change from supply and demand, and you would start trading, let's say, ICT, or you would start trading SMC, or like no-wick, or any other strategy that's out there. You will change the base, and that's hopping from strategy to strategy. But you can always adapt the strategy. So I wouldn't say it's adapting to the market. I would say it's adapting your strategy to the market. But strategy is the same. What's your YouTube channel name? It's BARD, B-A-R-D 1183. BARD was already taken, so I had to add those numbers. Annoying. My strategy is break and retest, yet I modified and made it very profitable. Exactly. So he has a base strategy, break and retest, and then he has branched it out and modified the ways he enter and the smaller details. And that is what has made him profitable, and what has made him able to adapt to different market conditions. All right, guys. Gold just tapped into a very strong area right here on the 5 minute and on the 30 minute. Just tapped it. Did not tap it deep. Did not fill the complete imbalance, but just slightly tapped it. And the 4 hour is probably now looking to flip downwards and fill the previous wick, which is a wick fill. So that it looks like that's what gold is looking to do. But yeah, again, beautiful prediction off of that area. Like always, you guys know me. You guys know me. Ain't no fluff here. Hey Bart, explain how you have a good risk management plan. All right, my risk management is very simple, guys. I keep telling you this to y'all. You don't need to have a fancy risk management plan. You need to do one thing. Choose your risk. So I risk 1% per trade or I risk 2% per trade. I wouldn't go higher than 2 personally if you trade funded. I'm talking from a funded perspective now because this is a funded live stream. Next level funded live stream. So I'm going to talk from a perspective of a prop firm trader. If you're a prop firm trader, just choose 1% risk or 2% risk and then enter a trade and just put your stop loss at a 1% risk or 2% risk and just leave it. Stop loss or TP, forget about it, and yeah, that's the risk management. You don't need anything fancy. That's literally what I do, at least. So let's say I want to take a position here. Let's say I want to take a buy position here. Boom. I'll place my stop loss wherever I feel it wants, like it's fit. So let's say I place my stop loss to break of these lows right here. I place my TP at, let's say I want a 1-to-1 ratio, like so. And I make sure that if we hit stop loss here, that's going to be a 1% loss on my account. And then obviously TP is also going to be 1%, and I just leave it. And then I do that. So risk 1% per trade or 2% per trade, and that's it. You don't need anything else. Oh shit, that is what this change, that is what the strategy changing means. I didn't even know people do that. I was adapting all the time. I used to think it's bad because people say not to switch strategies. Thank you, by the way. No worries, man. No, it's not bad. The market adapts and you have to adapt. The people who lose in the long term are the people who don't adapt to the market. That's the people who lose in the long term. So the best thing you can do in trading is be able to adapt to different market conditions. Risk 1%, that's it. Exactly, guys. People overcomplicate. People overcomplicate risking, bro. Just risk 1%. Stop focusing on risk. Because here's also one thing. The more you focus on risk, the more you take away energy from the things that actually matter, which is your psychology and your strategy. Those are the things you should put focus on. Psychology, strategy. Risk, like, you can maybe think about it for one day and be like, okay, do I want 1% or 2% risk? All right, let's say I want 1% risk per trade. Boom, done. No more, throw it away. Now you don't think about it. Now every single time you enter a trade, you just risk 1% and that's it. Now you focus on strategy and psychology. You get those to the top level. You keep your risk 1%. Voila, you're done. You don't have to spend time on things that could be done in a few minutes. What would you classify long term? You have to specify what you mean. Do you mean in trading conditions? Do you mean in performance? Do you mean for strategy? Like, it all depends. Are you a day trader or a swing trader? I am a day trader. So yeah, I take quick positions during the day. If you're a swing, how do you beat the challenges of checking the charts frequently? Now, I've never really checked the charts a lot because, again, I'm a day trader, so my positions happen within like 20-30 minutes. But the way is keep yourself occupied. Keep yourself occupied. And one thing, oh yeah, I know one thing that I used to do. So when I first started trading, I used to, let's say, I'm a day trader, but sometimes the position could still run for like a few hours if there's low volume. All right. And the thing that bothered me the most when you just started out trading is that I would, like, if I was in a position, I would constantly check it and I could not focus on anything else. The worst thing is when you're in a position and you're at dinner with your family or you're doing something important, like you're at school or you're at work or wherever you are, and you cannot focus and you cannot be present because you know that there's a position running in the background. So you have to check your phone all the time. Like, I used to be at family dinners. I used to be like this all the time, right? And people were wondering like, yo, what the fuck? Are you a phone addict? What's wrong with you? And they didn't understand that it was because I was shitting my pants because I was in a position. You can't focus. Bro, I couldn't focus while sleeping. That as well. Like, entering position, trying to sleep, impossible. Impossible. All right. So what you do, delete the platform from your phone. All right. You are now, from now on, you are only allowed to trade when you're at your computer. Delete it from your phone. That's what I did. I had to do that, bro. It was becoming a problem. So what I did is I deleted it from my phone, and now whenever I'm out with friends or family, I cannot access it. Sure, I can go and download it, and of course I can get, this way I can get through it, but it's not as accessible as if I just had to tap an app. So delete the platform from your phone, and only make it so you're able to trade when you're on your PC. That's what I did, and it worked pretty well for me. Bro, I couldn't focus while sleeping. That's so funny. Because I had the same, bro. Like, I was in a position and I had to wake up at 8 a.m. and I was sleeping like this. Like, there's no way you could calm down when you're in a position. So yeah, that's also one thing. Do not enter a position when you're about to sleep. Currently on a 20k funded, and I take max 0.5 to 1% risk per trade. Good fucking shit. That's, if you just keep doing that, you're good. Dreaming your trades, yeah. No, you're not even dreaming because you can't fall asleep. But that's what I would say, bro. Where is Steve? I don't know. Ask him. Bard, I'm struggling on how to count lot size on different pairs, especially on AUD USD. All right, I'll show you this, guys. I'll show you this. So let me do this. Boom. Boom. All right, so I'll show you how I calculate lot size. So you go here. Oh, let me change my screen real quick. Right, so this is where you'll have your next level funded account. This is the dashboard. This is a match trader, as you guys know. So what you do is, let's say I want to enter a buy on gold. I press new order, and I go, let's say I'm on gold right now, and I want to take a position from, I want to take a position here. So I place my position tool. Let's say it's TP there, stop loss below this low. So what I do is I first enter the stop loss. So my stop loss is now at 3,300. 3,300. Boom. And my take profit is at 3,325. Boom. All right. Stop loss, take profit. Beautiful. Now, down here, I can see how many percentage of my account that is. So then I have to just fill in one more thing, and that is the lot size. So let's say I have one lot size. Okay, that's 0.4%. No, I want more. So 1.5, 1.6, maybe 2 lot size, 2.1. Oh, so here I see that 2.3 lot size is going to result in a 1% loss if I hit stop loss. All right, you guys see that, right? And then I just press buy. And now I have entered with 1% risk. That's how I do it. So you can just do that. So you enter, you press pending order, new order, boom. You first place your stop loss and take profit, and then you place your lot size. And once you place your lot size, and once you place your stop loss and take profit, you can just change your lot size to when this becomes 1%. Very simple, very easy, very straightforward. That's how I do it, at least. Sleep helps me with set and forget. That's if you can sleep. And if you can't sleep, bro, if you're able to sleep when you're in a position, kudos. You're a strong, disciplined person. 30 minutes comp for a flip play. I think the 4-0 comp might. I think the 4-0 flip might have this one. I developed a headache last week because I wasn't having good sleep, man. Is that because of trading? If that's because of trading, bro, I would suggest have times during the day you trade, and then before you sleep, make sure you're not in any positions. Yeah, then, dude, I know, like, I've been there as well. But I promise you, having a strict time window when you trade during the day is going to be the savior for you. You're not sharing your screen. I know. Like, I can switch between, but when I answer psychology questions, I prefer to talk to you guys more directly. I'm down 3% on how do I get back up. All right, so there's two options here. First, you get your psychology in check. It doesn't matter that you're down 3%. You're going to act as if you just bought the account. So you're going to take the same trade as if you're up 3%, 0%, 1%. It doesn't matter. That's the first thing. So you either start acting as if you're not down 3% and you trade objectively without any emotions attached to it, or what you can do is you can always top up your account. So you go to the Next Level Funded website right here. You go to the Next Level Funded website. It's the wrong one right there. And when you're here, you have this top up feature where you can top up your account. So if you have a 10K account, you can top it up by $100. If you pay $20, you can top it up by 2%. So you said you're down 3%. If you pay $30, you can get back to 0% by just paying an extra $30. So save yourself the stress, save yourself the headache, and you can just top up your account. And everybody can do this with any account. So if you guys are in drawdown in an account and you feel like it feels like a mountain to climb back up to break even, then I would say consider the top up option, because it will save you a lot of headache. We could also just lock the fuck in. You only trade XAUUSD? No, I trade all these pairs that you see right here. I trade AUDUSD, GBPUSD, USDJPY, and XAUUSD. So we got a good question here. So he asked, what's the difference? He asked, what's the difference between? That's the wrong window again. He asked, what's the difference between 1, 2, 3 instant funding? So it's just the steps. So for example, if you have a one-step account, that means that you have to pass one evaluation phase to get your funded account and be able to start getting payouts. You have a two-step, you have to pass two challenge phases before you can get your funded account and start getting payouts. A three-step is 3 phases before you can start getting your payouts and be officially funded. Instant funding is what it sounds like. You get funded immediately. So you buy your account and immediately you can just, as soon as you make a percentage on that account, you can request a payout. And then top-up feature, I just explained the top-up feature. So yeah, that's what the different options right here mean. And different account types have different rules, so make sure to read the rules carefully. All right, boys. All right, boys and gal. Can you explain the consistency rule? It means that you can't have disproportionately big wins. So it means if there's a 20% consistency rule, it means that one trade cannot equal 20% or more than your total profit. So let's say you profited 10K, you cannot make one of those trades that made you those profits cannot be a 2K win. So it keeps you in check. It means that you won't over risk and you won't hit a big position where you pass a profit in one play. But that's a consistent rule. So yeah. On instant funding, can we have daily soft breach instead of hard? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think so. I do not think so. Let's see. I keep losing chat. Where's chat now? Okay, there you go. Consistency rule is on all accounts? No. Consistency rule is not on all accounts. Is that a comp on gold? Yeah, but it's a 4-hour flip, so I wouldn't take it. So why would you choose a 3-step account since it takes longer to get funded? Because maybe you like the rules more on the 3-step account. That's the reason. Oh, we have news, guys. We have news in 1 minute. So let's see what news does here. All right, news just came out. Oh, news push price down. Okay, interesting. Are you guys planning to bring a second trader on? Yes, we are. So if you guys didn't know, we're planning to bring on a second trader to next level funded team. Right now, we're looking around. If you guys have any suggestions, by the way, I forgot to ask you guys this. If you guys have any suggestions, if there's any traders you guys like to watch or have seen on Instagram or follow, make sure to drop it in Discord and we'll check them out and we'll send them a message because we're currently looking for another partner to bring on board. So yeah. Forex traders, not futures. Greco the one. Oh, I know him. Bring on Omer. It's supposed to be a it's for marketing purposes. So we need an influencer trader or a an Instagram kind of trader like myself with a bigger following and attention because it's for marketing purposes. Gotta make Omar famous, yeah. Greco the one. How do you trade fundamentals? I don't trade fundamentals. I avoid fundamentals. So whenever there's high impact news, whenever there's something coming out that's going to affect the market externally, I avoid that. So I do not trade fundamentals at all. If you see my DM, everyone wants me to start streaming properly. Why not, bro? Go for it. Do it. I've told you that too, man. I think you should start social media. I'm currently funded trading. I'm trading my own capital, and I'm also trading funded accounts with Next Level Funded. We're gonna see a big drop on gold soon. Hopefully. We'll see. News seems to have come out. News came out bearish for gold. So interesting. It is hard to grow an audience. Nope, it's really not. People think it's hard to grow on Instagram, and it's really not. You just have to be consistent, and you have to be a little original, and you have to know what you're doing as well. Will we see next level funded as a broker for live accounts? No comment. Don't know. GU comp valid. I would not say so because it's news. So any plays, any entry models that are happening during news, I would say are not valid. The reason for that is the entry models are based off of price action and technical analysis. So whenever there's news, technical analysis goes out the window. What are the triangles on your chart? What do they tell? The triangles, oh, that's just an indicator for my strategy. So I have a specific strategy where I use candles with no wicks. So, and this just helps me identify them. All right, guys, remember, a few more psychology questions. If there's anything you guys want to know, make sure to drop them below. I'll be on for a few more minutes to answer you guys' questions. So make sure you drop your psychology questions so I can get to them. I think I have a problem, chat. Almost up 4% for 2 days. Just got that count yesterday. Let's go! And that's also a trader from the QTC community. Good fucking shit. You guys, the QTC community, I'm telling you, people are getting funded left and right. One day, maybe it's your time to get a payout, so make sure to get an account. Code capital BD35 for 35% off any account you choose. Also, the 20 for 20 is still live for another 3 days. So a 20K account for only $20 is still available for the next 3 days. So make sure you grab that before it's over. Insane. People have been going crazy with that. Y'all should take 20K for $20. Yep, I'm trying to tell these people what an insane offer that is. Do you classify passing a prop firm challenge in a day as gambling? More than likely, yes. But there's a few scenarios where somebody can have a strategy that allows them to do that. Very rare though. Most of the time it's just people over risking. There's the dump. Can you explain the candles with no wicks? If you guys want the full explanation of my strategy, it's on my YouTube channel, BARD 1183. I have a boot camp for you guys to watch there, so I won't explain any of it here. It's just going to take too long. How do you personally recognize the moment you're trading? Look at that dump on gold, by the way, guys. Look at that dump on gold. Like I said, tap that area perfectly. Just tapped it. Just like tapped into it and then boom, dumped like crazy. Also, we had news which was bearish for gold. I see gold coming down. If gold starts closing below here, guys, if gold starts closing below 3,290.1, you could just easily take sells to fill the range down, in my opinion. How do you personally recognize the moment you're trading your emotions instead of your edge, and what's your protocol when it happens? So, my protocol when it happens is very simple. First and foremost, how I recognize it is, it's very simple. I have a strategy, an objective strategy with objective entry models. So I have a playbook which tells me exactly when I can enter and when I cannot enter. So if this happens, you enter. If this does not happen, you don't enter. I have a simple playbook like that. So all I have to know is, all right, if I entered a trade that's not a part of that playbook, that's not a part of that strategy, I'm officially emotionally trading. Right? That's the way I recognize it. So as long as if I don't follow this, I'm emotionally trading. My protocol is taking a break and then coming back. Taking a break, journaling, coming back. That's my protocol. Very simple. Craziest 1 minute candle on gold in a while. Yeah, I mean it's news, so I'm not surprised. What do you look for when you're drawing key zones? I look for areas where price makes a big move. So if we look at gold, for example, let me redraw the gold chart. Let me do this for you. Remove drawing. So if I want to look for key levels, I look for where has price made big moves. So whenever we tap this area, we make a big move. So one key level is here, right? Right here. Why is that a key level? Because every single time you tap this area, gold makes a big move. So right here you can see, boom, big move, big move, big move, big move, right? So this is a way of identifying key areas, right? So another key area is up here. So every single time gold taps this area, in specific, it makes a big move. So right here, big rejection, big rejection. And then once you break above it, big pump, and then big dump. So whenever you tap this area, you make a big rejection or a big dump or a big pump, right? That is how I mark key levels and key areas. What are all for all people that are trying to become profitable? If you master your psychology and strategy first, then the execution is just a point on all your plan. I'm trying to master that. Exactly. Exactly. If you master your psychology, if you master your trading, your strategy, like knowing when to enter a trade will be very simple. Anyways, guys, I'll be on for another 5 minutes. So I'll be on till so it's 4 p.m. in Sweden. So I'll be on for another 5 minutes. Drop any questions you guys have about Next Level Funded, about trading strategy, about psychology. Again, this is a psychology based stream, so ideally I want more questions by psychology, but again, you guys can ask whatever you want. Does the time frame matter when marking those key levels? Not really, no. Any time frame works. Any time frame works. Again, guys, the $20 20K account for $20 is still live for another 3 days. So go get yourself a 20K account for only $20, which is like, dude, in Sweden that's like a dinner. Not even, no, it's cheap dinner. It's like a hamburger. So go get yourself a 20K account. Also use code BD35, capital BD35 for 35% off any account you choose. Also don't remember the top up feature is now live. So if you're down on your account, if you're in drawdown, if you're, let's say, 4% down, you can now pay for us to reset your account and to bring it up a few percentages. So yeah, everything is on the website. So go check out the website, check out the Discord. Let's see. I'll be here for another 4 minutes. Let's see if you guys have anything interesting to ask. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. And I'll see you guys. Spencer will see you guys next week. And I will also see you guys later next week. $20 is 2 McDonald's meals. Exactly. $20 is 2 McDonald's meals, guys. Can you understand that? And you guys get access to 20K in capital. Shit. I mean, if you don't take that opportunity, I don't know what to tell you. Quite honestly. Which indicator helps you find no wicks? It's called X Ghost Wickless Candles. So X Ghost spelled with a Z instead of a S, and then a wickless candles. What would you guys think? Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. This is an important question for everybody. I want everybody to answer this. What would you guys think about having a 10 for 10 instead of a 20 for 20? So you can get a 10K for $10. What would you guys think about that? Let me know. Great, amazing. Let me start a poll here. All right, just started a poll. So everybody vote. Vote up right now in the poll. What is better? It will get a please no consistency rule. The thing with consistency rule is we have to have the consistency rule because that would prove to us that you're a good trader, that you know what you're doing. Because otherwise you'll have a bunch of people over risking and then passing the accounts and then blowing them. So the consistency rule is there for us to be able to identify profitable and traders with a good risk management. All right, 20 for 20 is winning so far. Okay, interesting. I thought 10 for 10 would take this. 20 for 20 is doing its job. Holy shit. Bigger capital, that's why. Okay, I think 20 for 20 is winning, guys. All right. I'm at the poll. 20 for 20 is winning. Damn. Okay. 20 for 20 won. Nice. Well, you guys have another 3 days to get a 20 for 20. Since you guys liked it that much, you guys have another 2 days, 3 days to get yourself a 20K account for $20. But I feel bad for the 10K Loki because it lost. That's why I'm going to give away a 10K account today for you boys. I'm going to give away a 10K account for your boys today for free. So why not? Why not? All right. Everybody, you guys know the deal. Everybody that wants to be a part of the giveaway, make sure to type something, but only once, and then I'll add you to the list. All right, make sure if you want to enter the giveaway, guys, make sure you type something. All right, I'm adding these manually. All right, everybody that wants to join the 10K giveaway, make sure to type in your name. Good stream, thank you. I'm glad you guys boys liked it. I'm glad you boys liked it. All right, I'm adding the people currently. You guys have another 2 minutes or 3 minutes to enter. Sandro, Ignas. Another 3 minutes, boys. Make sure to type something in chat. I will share the screen. Hold on, let me share the screen real quick. All right, boys, remember, if you don't see your name, boys, make sure to type it in chat and I'll add it to this wheel. Oh, my name is Twice. Remove one. Hey, man, we love an honest guy. You know what? Since you're so honest, bro, I'm gonna leave your name there twice. So you have a double chance of winning. We like honesty here. Nobody try that shit. Hey, nobody else try that shit, alright? There's an exception. Everybody's typing their name twice. Ryan. Ryan is not in. Alright, the wheel is getting full, guys. We have another 2 minutes. Also, Krusty, I think you're in. No, you're not. Gamaliel. Alright, 1 minute left, boys. Everybody that's watching the streams that haven't written their names, that want to be able to win a 10K account, make sure to type your name right now, because we're going to spin this baby in 1 minute. Alright. Once the time hits 05, we're going to spin this baby. Alright. We're spinning it now. Boom. The winner is Akoni Trades. Congratulations. Congratulations, Akoni Trades. You officially won a 10K challenge account. Now, what I need you to do is to join the Discord. Go to Discord and open a ticket. Message either Spencer or someone in Discord, and we'll sort you out with a 10K account. Anyways, boys, thank you so much for watching the stream. I appreciate y'all. Go get your next level funded account. Again, we're taking over this fucking space. The new generation of prop firms. We're here to stay. We're here to take over. Appreciate you, boys. Get your account. Code BD3035 if you want 35% off. The 20 for 20 is still live for another 3 days. Go get yourself funded, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, take care, everyone, and peace out.